Here I am in the beautiful Smoky Mountains, and a little cooler this morning, as you can probably tell by the cap. It's in just below 40, but a beautiful looking towards fall day. So what I'd like to talk to you today is just about generally eating, because we've talked about fueling before races and during races and training runs and that sort of thing, but the truth is, as the old saying goes, you can't outrun a bad diet. That what you do during the week is equally, if not more important than what you do during a race or your training runs. So I'd like to talk about mostly, because it's what I do and where most people find the problem, is what do you do when you're on a low-carb, high-fat diet and you're traveling? It can be tough, but I think if you're intentional about what you do and have a few little plans on the side, I think you can probably meet all your needs and stay pretty close to your diet. Now, the lower your carbs are, the harder this gets. I've probably said this over and over, but I'm at 100 to 150 grams, and so probably a little easier than if you're in the 50 gram range. And you also have to be flexible. So some tips for traveling. One is I take a stick blender pretty much everywhere I go. Forgot it this morning because I'm only up here for a day. My bad. But I take that because I can then take a mason jar and I can blend up my coffee with some butter and coconut oil and collagen. And yes, I put an egg in it as well, and some dark chocolate, and that takes me through the morning, and it's something I'm used to. I add all the extra ingredients because I think it adds to the nutrition of it rather than just having some fat in it. The other thing you can do is, when most hotels have breakfast, you're going to have slim pickings, that's why I have the coffee, but you can usually get a protein and bacon, eggs, something called sausage. Actually something called eggs when you look at the color of most of them, but they're better than nothing. Again, be intentional. When you're looking for food to eat out on the road, keep in mind that sometimes you may just have to cave and do the best you can, but some hints. Due to the big influx of people having gluten intolerances, you can usually find gluten-free options. Be careful with those because they're usually high in sugar. But it does mean that asking for a hamburger without a bun is not unheard of anymore, and actually is often offered on the menu as a lettuce wrap or in a bowl. One hint I give you, do not order your burger with a bun and then take the bun off. Most of the time what you'll find is your bun will suck up all the good stuff, all the fats from your meat, the cheese and all those things, so get it without that because you're not going to eat it anyway. I know you paid for it, but just give up on it. You're going to not eat it either way, and it will take out some of what you had. Again, just ask people to remove things. Take croutons out of your salads. Choose the lower sugar influx of sugar in salad dressings. And the other thing I'd say is have a list of places that you have foods that you know you can get and that you can eat without a problem. I find that I've found salads, I look on the menus, I don't necessarily trust the carb numbers, but they're close enough. And I eat those a lot. It's a little boring, but I know it meets the needs that I have. I can go on a trip, and recently I did this and I was injured, so I haven't run for two and a half weeks. And doing that didn't gain any weight, even on the road. And that's the beauty of all this, is that you can work around things and don't stress. I've talked to you before that probably stressing over your diet and what you eat day to day will probably cause you more injury than eating the carbs you're fretting over by the release of cortisol and all the other things that happen in your body due to those kind of stresses. So I just be intentional. When you're home, you can plan all your stuff out and try and do that. Even at home it can be difficult if your whole family's not on the same kind of diet, but I encourage you to plan. That's the key to all of this, is planning and doing the best you can to do what's good for you. And keep in mind again that you cannot outrun a bad diet. Sure, you might put it off if you're younger and you run a lot of miles, but sooner or later it catches up with you. Take it from me, it will. And you just need to plan ahead, and I make sure that you're dieting during the week, or how you eat. I don't like that word diet. How you eat is consistent with what you are aiming for, which is, above all, not just to run fast, but it's to be healthy. So go longer, keep your fridge stocked of those things that you know you can eat on, and have a good run.